Why do some of us hit our goals while others spend their entire lives setting the same goals over and over again? Well, the person who's accomplishing their goals, they understand that it was never about the goals themselves. The power lied in the habits that they were doing every single day. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things personal development, self-help, fitness, wellness, basically anything that you need to know in order to level up. If you would like to join me in this leveling up journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that we stay connected. This video is all about habits, specifically what I learned from this little book. This is Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I highly recommend it. It changed my life. Habits are behaviors that become automatic after being repeated several times. If you wake up at 5 every single morning and you go to the gym and you've been doing it for months and months and months, well, that is a habit. The same way that if you come home from work every single night and you reach for a pint of ice cream and you devour it every single night, that is also a habit. Our habits, even the small ones, can change the trajectory of our lives, and sometimes we don't even notice it until years after we've been doing them, months after we've been doing them. But you are what you repeatedly do. We are all components of our habits. And part of the reason why our habits are so important is because of the compounding effect that comes with them. So let's say I get 1% better every single day. After a year, I will be 38 times better than I was because that 1% better compound. That same way that if I become 1% worse every single day, I can end up at 0. So how do you recognize and form habits that will compound toward improvement? Because sometimes they're not really easy to spot. Our habits are so automatic that, like I said, we don't even realize that we are doing some of them, which is why it's so important to have an idea of what we are doing every single day. So make a habit scorecard. Keep track of every single little thing you do and beside it write if it was a positive habit, a negative habit, or a neutral habit. And that is the first step. Right now you are just looking at your habits. You are not trying to change them. And then you're going to utilize the tools that I will talk about in this video to either break the bad habits and maybe take some neutral ones and give a little oomph to them. So clarity is everything for building healthy habits and reaching your goals. So if there is any habit that you want to implement, you have to be extremely clear about it. For example, instead of saying, I want to start saying affirmations every single day, it is way too vague. Instead, you're going to switch it so that you say, every single morning and every single night while I'm brushing my teeth, I am going to say these 5 affirmations to myself. That way your goal couldn't be any clearer, and you're also practicing something called habit stacking, where you do a habit that you want to pick up right after doing a habit that you've already implemented, that's already set in stone into your routine. The habit that you are already used to doing is kind of going to work as like a trigger that will set off a chain of habits that you want to pick up. And repeating the chain of habits will eventually establish them as a new routine. So highlighting the advantages of a good habit and the disadvantages of a bad habit is key to breaking or forming habits. For example, if you want to pick up the habit of going to the gym and being a healthier person, start associating the gym with health and wellness and energy instead of things like feeling tired or getting sweaty, and associate sleeping in or binge watching TV as feeling tired, feeling lazy, feeling unproductive. In the early stages of forming or breaking habits, this is going to be a very conscious choice because you are kind of rewiring your brain to think about certain things differently than it already does. So things like affirmations or really anything that will convince the little voice in your head to go against what you're used to doing or what you're used to believing. So the more you do something, the easier and more attractive it becomes. Shocker, I know. But this is true of things that we would never imagine ourselves to actually like. When I first started going to the gym, I felt so anxious, so awkward, so uncomfortable. I dreaded it. I was like, oh God, I really don't want to go. Let me try to find a list of things that will help me avoid it. But now that I've gone to the gym a gazillion times, literally, like, I don't even remember how life was before the gym. I go all the time. It's not something I look forward to, but it's not also something that I dread. It's just something that I do. It's a habit. It's part of my routine. But in order to get to that point, I literally had to go every single day, to the point where not going feels weird. And that is the power of repetition. Make the obstacles that are stopping you from completing a habit smaller. If your goal, like I said, is to go to the gym and the commute to the gym is an hour long, 30 minutes long, do you think you're going to want to drive 30 minutes to the gym? No, that's a big obstacle. So maybe you're going to find a gym that's 5 minutes away from you, 10 minutes away from you, or maybe you're going to just say, hey, fuck the gym, I'll just go on a walk every day, a long walk, and do at-home workouts. Just as long as you eliminate as much obstacles as you can that are stopping you from achieving the habit that you want to pick up, you're going to be solid. Because by making your good habits more convenient, you are more likely to do them. And you can take it a step further and do what's called priming your environment, which means getting ready for the goals. Your environment is actually going to be used as a tool to complete that healthy habit. So going back to the gym example, I want to start going to the gym. Okay, well, I switched to a gym that's right across from my house. Very low effort for me to do that. And I'm going to prime my environment by laying out my workout clothes along my bed. So all I have to do is just wear them. And with the 2-minute rule, you are going to take it one step further. This means that you are going to associate the good habit that you want to pick up with a 2-minute trigger, something that you can do in 2 minutes. For example, I want to start going to the gym. So maybe while I am trying to convince myself to go, I'm going to start prepping my pre-workout. I'm going to start putting ice in my water bottle. I'm going to put on my shoes. All of that could be done in 2 minutes. And then because I've already done all of the above, well, now I have no choice but to go to the gym. That is my interpretation of the 2-minute rule. Vice versa, if you're trying to break a bad habit, you're going to want to make it difficult as possible. If you want to stop eating junk food, you're not going to put any junk food around the house. No, if you want junk food, you're going to have to go in your car, drive to the grocery store, get off your car, go look for all the things you want to get, go wait in line, check them out, drive back to your house, and then eat them. At that point, I'd rather just eat whatever I have in my fucking house. My meal prep, my healthy snacks, my popcorn, my beets, whatever it is. Like, I'm not going to do all that. Make it difficult. It is so satisfying to us to make progress. Kind of like ASMR is. Our brains naturally like reward. So reward yourself every time you do something good, every time you follow a good list of habits. And it doesn't mean go out and buy yourself a $12 coffee or go out and buy yourself new workout gear every time you go to the gym. No, it could be as simple as crossing something off a to-do list. Yes, that feels good. That is a good enough reward. I promise you, try it. Every time I physically write out my goals or even on my notes app and put a little checkbox next to it, and then I cross one thing off. It's like a little game. It's like, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Do it. Reward yourself. You deserve to be rewarded. And this is a good way to trick your brain. Besties, like I said, I learned so much from this book. It is a very long read, so I could not fit all the information I learned from this book. I highly recommend you to read it. I think I saw a free audiobook version on YouTube actually. So if you can go check it out, listen to it whenever you're at the gym, maybe on your hot girl walks, maybe whenever you're driving. It is so informative. It was something that helped me because it was a little bit of a tough read for me, I think, because it was just such an overload of information. Instead of just reading one chapter, I read one section or a few pages at a time, and this helps me digest the information so much easier. But highly recommend the book. And that was all that I had for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I post more videos like this. I love everything, like I said, about personal development, leveling up, becoming the best version of yourself. So please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of that. Yeah, just remember to keep pushing towards your goals and your dreams. I love you. I believe in you. You got this. Good luck and keep going, because I know I will too. Until next time. Bye.